Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for the manga Kekkaishi. Now, Kekkaishi is put out by Viz. It's under their Shonen Sunday line. And the reason why I wanted to do this one was because I really think that this story is really underappreciated with the fans. It doesn't necessarily have like the hot guy or the hot girl. They're not ninjas. They're not shinigamis. They're not even pirates, for that matter. So because of that, a lot of the people just basically overlook this manga. And like when I go to the Borders or Barnes and Noble or my comic shop, they're never there. Like I might see one or two volumes and that's it. And it's a real shame because this actually is a really cool storyline, and there's a lot of action in it. The action isn't necessarily always flashy, like you would have, some ninjutsus and fire attacks. They're more of imprisonment type of attacks, but there's actually a lot more to it than just that. The basics of the story is this. Imagine that there's a pool of magical energy, I guess you can say. And it so happens to be a school is located on that spot, and this spot attracts all sorts of yokai, demons, all sorts of other creatures. And there's two families that basically protect this site, and they've been protecting it for generations, over time. Now, the main character, Yoshimori, he is like your typical 14-year-old who, because of his schedule where he has to go to school during the day and protect the school at night, he doesn't get much sleep. He doesn't study it very often. He's not like the greatest student. People view him as lazy, but he holds within him an incredible power, and he's basically destined to be the guardian. I guess you can say the Kekkaishi of this place. And he has a brother, and the brother is actually right now more stronger than he is, but it's one of those situations where it's going to be the older brother is stronger, he's more intelligent, he's more disciplined, but the younger has more raw power. And in time, if focused the right way, then he'll actually be stronger. But he just has to go through this process, this growth process. Now the other family, they have a daughter, and her name is Tokini, Tokini, and she basically is also has a symbol on her where it's basically the guardian chose both of these people for to be this thing, and she basically is his partner, and every night they basically go out and protect the school. Now, what's different about these two characters is Yoshimori basically forms cubes, and then the cubes basically constrict on the creature and then kills him. Tokini basically creates Tokine, sorry. She basically creates tube-like things, and then she can imprison, and then she can even impale, type thing. So they have different things. Now, and they also have a guardian, dog spirit that helps them out, helps track down the monsters and things like that. Now, the art actually is kind of good. As you can see through here, there may be some spoilers, but some of the earlier manga, the art isn't as clean as this, so that's why I'm showing you this one up here. Now, hopefully I'm going fast enough so it really doesn't spoil much, but they actually get really creative at what they do with their actual abilities, so it's not always just a simple matter of imprison and seal type thing. And there's a couple major story arcs that start at the beginning of the storyline. where it actually they introduce more characters, and the characters have different powers and abilities, and you actually once you get through the main part of the story, it opens up, and when it opens up where it's like, whoa, this is actually getting really, really good. Unfortunately, you have to wait a while to get to that spot. It's actually before volume 20. If you watch the anime basically takes you to that first story arcs, and then unfortunately when the anime ended, that's when everything just gets really, really good. Let's see, what else can I say about Kekkaishi? Kekkaishi, it's like I mentioned before. Oh, and of course there's the love interest between the two guardians. You have the younger boy, the slightly older, more mature girl. But then over time, you notice the younger boy is actually becoming a little bit more mature and I don't want to say more dependable, but he's actually becoming better than the girl. So it has that kind of dynamic to it. And eventually, over time, they start realizing, I guess you can say, they start realizing their love for each other. They've always liked each other since they were kids, because they were friends, and then they were neighbors, and then they had to protect the school together type thing. So they have already an underlying friendship, but it develops over time. The grandparents of the two kids, they're also guardians, and then they like to fight amongst each other a lot, and the grandma always gets the upper hand over the grandfather, which actually provides a little bit of comedy. There is some comedy in the manga, but it's not like a lot. It's not like a laugh a minute type thing, but it does happen time to time. And like I said, the action is pretty good, surprisingly. Even though, like I said, it's mostly seal and then close. The action actually does get good, especially when other characters are, because these two, that's not the only power that's out there. There's a lot of different powers, lots of different abilities. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but some of the powers are really, really cool. And I would highly recommend this for people who like action but are looking for something slightly different than a typical shonen style action series, because I think this actually offers a little bit more to it than your typical storyline, where it's just, okay, train, battle, tournament, fight, here's the bad guy, win, and then it's nothing like that at all. The story just moves pretty well. You don't have these tournaments all the time. You don't have any of that nonsense, and there's a lot. Like I said, that once you get past that first major arc, it just opens up, and it opens up to a wealth of different possibilities. So you just have to stick with it. And even though I say that you have to stick with it, I don't mean that as it's a bad thing, because the beginning part actually is kind of good, because that's where you learn who the characters are, you see where they are at the start, and then you watch them build and grow. So that is very, very, very important at the beginning. So again, highly recommend it. Now, most likely you're not going to be able to find these at your typical stores. You're probably going to have to go online. Like Amazon has them. The Right Stuff should have them. Places like that. I'm sure you can probably special order it to Barnes & Noble. Some comic shops might be able to special order them, but I have a feeling it's going to be tough finding them. Just because I don't know if Diamond would actually still carry the older volumes. Just because it's not like the biggest seller of theirs. I believe Viz also has previews of Kekkaishi online through their Shonen Sunday website. So you might want to check that out. Definitely watch the anime. The anime was really entertaining. I tend to watch a lot of anime, and as a result, I sometimes don't always finish it because I get sidetracked a lot. But I can say this was one of the few shows that I actually watched all the episodes. And then it's like 50-some episodes long. So I think that says something. And by the way, if I mispronounced anything, I know I probably did. Realize that, so you don't have to let me know. If you have any other comments or questions, just let me know. subscribe to the channel. I'll have more comic reviews, more manga reviews, things like that. I might even go through my manga stack and look for something that was horrible. Just so this way I don't have nothing but, wow, this manga is the greatest thing known to mankind. So watch for that. I'll try to get that up soon. And for those of you who have not bought Bakuman, buy Bakuman. Sorry. Bakuman's out. It's amazing. Watch for the new anime that's going to start this fall in Japan. So hopefully it'll be streamed. I'm sure it's going to be streamed. So watch for that. You will enjoy it. So until next time, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought of the video, rate it up or down. Let me know. And I'll have more stuff up later. So until next time.